Exactly 30 minutes after 7. Ebenya so say etena ase ne din komo na ye hwede e koso e wo Ghana. Dwumade yi ni din e de inside Ghana. Enti me sro ka che wonua na ne aso mo wonua mane se Franco de hita gina konwa na ye de nsem nyina eba. There be America culture said this particular show a neutral show. It doesn't go for any political party. A Ghana first. Ye dwon man ho e hwe man ncheche ne se de man betimi akonkan na afet medi nkomo e de afa ho. Enti mesrew wa wo hwe me wa wutie me no edu say dia a Ghana first. Said the mind Ghana nchechire betimi akonanim na fa pempapa ye betimi anya. No mind Ghana ba bia pese page obani duduru no ye di aduru ho. Said my dear Feda be wakom from 7:30 equals 9:30 p.m. 2 hours. Yet na sena Feda in semi na Eddie Abreu. Midi at Frank Owusuado, obetimi afra me Franco de Hita. Ene medin komo bebre. Nyankopon ya adoma ye kwakwa toaba on the 7th of December. Yeah, we kwakwa toaba. Who becomes the president of the Republic of Ghana? Why any kwakwa toaba de amano? Ene ibebo room ye ni global info analytics in pay for betwem komo and push ben or my ye dia nkomo no madi dia na manfo kan it give us an insight going to this kind of elections. Ye be some questions bebre na fe ye hu pumasi bra kwakwa piem. Amanfo so ba share so a na what we na last week and already di ere kwanu bedi akodo na fe ne cheddar ono so ere 12 pillars e ba ya opache mu say kwan ya opeso otimi bo ama Ghana timi fa na ntuma padi fra no ono so ede ne de aba ye be bawura mu wo kakra ye wia na fe ye ba be piem na fe ye ne ya papa ne din ede Mussa Dankwa twetwe nkomo na ya hwe no mo magina so ense mo mabisa amanfo ahotoso amanfo aka kire mo se Nyankopon ya adoma se ne na ye to aba no so cha ne ye to aba na political parties flag bearers no sen no mbenya ede mesrew when aye sure aye independent show. We don't go for any political party because we are thinking about Ghana first. Mamina production team nase, na me no BBA. I welcome you on board. For the next 2 hours, I'm going to be your moderator for this particular show. Now, you run some affair in some bro. Last week, and a Sunday, no, and I already did Eric Kwame Bedia Kodona for cheddar. Also, the new force, the Nyabre, say also person by the president of the Republic of Ghana. Also Asia Ghana for through the virtual way. Our Ghana for dim komo na ni so dim hu ode ba. Our person obetimi di the president of the Republic of Ghana. Say nyame adom na ekwa akoto ba. Our person ba be lead. Na yen kwanko tie the 12 economical pillars. Do dey ba betudwa. Ye be ye tie ye wi na ye be papa Mussa Dankwa. Enti mesre production team momma me cheddar na small kan ne kakra na ye nyina so ye wi na ye kwa akopem global info analytics empa info ho na fe ye di nkomo.
As from today, my plan begins.
The 16 regions of Ghana are bustling with untapped riches. Western region boasts of $412 billion in mineral resources. Volta region holds $192.6 billion. Eastern region holds $174 billion. Together, our regions possess trillions in wealth. Ghanaians, this is our divine inheritance. Why should we sell our raw materials for a pittance? Why let others profit while we languish in poverty? This narrative must end now, and the 16th Regional Industrial Revolution is the answer. The 16th Regional Industrial Revolution represents a groundbreaking shift in Ghana's economic paradigm, one that aims to harness the untapped potential of each of Ghana's 16 regions. This ambitious initiative will transform Ghana from a nation reliant on raw material exports to a powerhouse of industrialization and manufacturing, creating a self-sustaining economy with robust regional development. This revolution is our new economic dawn, nation builder, wealth generator, and job creator. Now envision a Ghana where our gold isn't just mined but transformed into reserves, and picture bauxite turned into aluminium product and iron ore forged into steel right here in Ghana, a country where hundreds of thousands of jobs are created for each region to extract, process, and distribute the region's mineral and agriculture resources. This is a call to arms to transform Ghana from a beggar into a manufacturing, processor, distributor, and controller of its own wealth, and to lead the rest of Africa to economic freedom. Water connection and the Great Eastern and Western Corridor Railway. A true industrial powerhouse demands a revolutionary overhaul of distribution networks. Ghana, blessed with abundant water bodies, from vast seas to rivers, lakes, and streams, stand ready to harness this potential. The new force will lead the charge to drench our lands, forge connections, and establish a network of canals and inland harbors to transform Ghana into a bustling hub of trade and transportation. For decades, the River Pra has yearned for the opportunity to carve a path to the coast, transforming into a vital canal that links and serves the heartlands of Ghana. The Tana River has the potential to be simultaneously connected to both the Volta River and the coast of Olubu, creating a strategic waterway that enhances connectivity and boosts regional development. These waterways, complemented by strategically placed inland harbors, hold the promise of fueling our nation's growth by facilitating the efficient.
And where Nana Kwame Bediako cheddar the new force and a obtaining cano. Medical catcher said this is one of the elections a year qua a month for attention was yipa. The new patriotic party wants to break the 8, the NDC wants to delay the 8. Now if you look at a lot of political parties that are coming on board, independent candidate for whom Obiade Nadine Cheba. Now if you look at these elections, Agyapong said if you look at the political parties, any force, any movement for now, Obiade the roadmap oba, amount for the manifesto oba, amount for the plan oba. Now the new patriotic party are launching a manifesto. The National Democratic Congress are launching a manifesto. Now if you look at movement for change or the plan oba, and then already the Kwame Bediako so cheddar or the plan oba, no no also the 12 pillars of economic freedom. Now if you look at these two political parties, the NPP and the NDC, if you look at this fourth Republican, the 32 years, I am making sure say about fourth Republican, 16. Now this time round, if you look at the Alan Kwadwo Chairmancy movement, and they are also talking about something we call plan. Now we have to look at the difference. What is the difference between a manifesto and what is the difference between a plan? Now a plan, I must say, a plan is a detailed outline or strategy that describes how to achieve specific goals or objectives. It usually includes steps, resources, timelines, and methods needed to reach those goals. And everybody catch or say, this is my plan. My imagine so pass I say, so to making sure say foundation, you give yourself a time limit. And to be a customer, in terms of business proposal, I'm going to draw my plan. This is my plan. And no, your timeline is room. Your first of it my TV sadiano. First of it so if you look at the National Democratic Congress and the NPP, they are talking about manifesto. Now if you listen to Alan Kwadwo Chairmancy, everywhere for each other, they are talking about plan. So if you look at these four people, some perform by 4 year come once a me, and 2 they are talking about manifesto. Now you can't say manifesto, and manifesto is a public declaration of intentions, beliefs, and policies, often made by political parties or leaders. Do you hear? Political parties never catch or say, "Ye kwa launch a manifesto. This is our intention." I didn't win the kitai. Send ye person ye. Send ye person Kenya Semkosi. Send ye person to be President Ghana deko. Adia ba kwa hand wo krom and say. Now if you look at all these political parties, the attention is on manifesto. Obi attention manifesto. And a manifesto essay, and a manifesto essay, and I never want to say, or one cassette meets Nasa catcher and say, oh, manifesto requires about 80% or 90%. Who is going to assess them? Kwambes on the first because of Debbie, you're not 80% or 90%. But if you look at plan, it's a detailed something, a more timelines, a more achievement, a more crowded first of it, more follow process. No, I listen to Cheddar, and Cheddar means some all can you say. He is a young person. Se Nyankopon ya aduna se man opportunity to lead. He is a young guy obetumi aboma Ghana etima fall into mapadi afra. And you telling some oka he talk about the 12 pillars. The 12 pillars no be a water transformation and sub-regional railway or kasa about energy city and technology hub and also watching or say kasa for printing of money. Was say young conco printiska baby say ko printiska US or any UK it will be a thing of the past. Or not cheddar the president scanner see a printing your chroma. This is cheddar for you. Now what cheddar was see a reserves no obe make sure say make my akono say the be Ghana ye kwon ye ni atiti mu a ye betumi akọ ho akọ ibi akwa say abrabo aye boyi entina mpain for the catch us ye jam ore wo ho no say be ho ekeka na so ho ye ohene wo de atiti the reason why am for saving is say omo kwa ho che ni atiti mu na say otuno na say ento obi ani mu a he goes to his reserves and his savings account no akọ yiska na ade opeso ode ye no what ma ye e de free ho. He also talk about health, education and accommodation. He talked about National Insurance Fund. Or no, he related to Senate. Or say, Adia Bakwa yani so make me to ask the 30 years, 40 years. E do also kwa kwa jinisi kebi kwa mwara papa no free mu. E de papa ni yes kebi won tiapo. Was we are going to do it as if it's a fund. And to scan the gum kaka now if you are going into serious major problems obetime kwa use canibi. Na de be person odi ye no. Odi aye. Now what say cheddar critically? Cheddar is trying to be innovative. Cheddar is trying to be creative. Ninsama all Kenyan and some ede. Akono. Mimiti. I've listened to John Dramani Mahama, the former president and the flag bearer of the NDC. Or Kasawi here, manifesto here, no. I'm also looking at how he's also going to meet the press. Nenta make us and say first one we meet you, no. It was before their manifesto. And Tadia ne kita no person here, no. Ye now if you look at manifesto, say no opportunity more panini bejinawa. We try to probe the person. We ask questions. We ask you how you are going to achieve it. Obi wa theoretical and not practical and not pragmatic. And the bet nyaka mama me phone met my side we. Kwanya ba first about side and ye kwa be saw. And if you look at Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, after say NPP for call and manifesto we here, also ko gina ho ene nsem twofo di nkomo, amanfo bisa ne questions. Ala nkwadwo chairman ten ataso the GTP ne buy no, we stand some twofo and some twofo so bisa ne questions. Now what's here check critically? He says something about governance. Or say is the apostolic governance. And I want to base here, me person jina kakra, bare 5 to 10 minutes na makome papa Mussa Dankwa. Now what's here asema cha de ka? Chaba say, Oba be the president, he is going to make sure say he's going to bring out 12 ministers. Tiasa make actually 12 ministers to make sure say they will take over. No my Ghana it ma fan into my pedi afra. Now money can't catch us this kind of elections are here kono. We are going to make sure say we will be our near person be leader biano. Assembly we are going to ask questions. We are going to probe it. Critical questions that we are going to ask you. Now if you look at Alan Kwadwo chairman here, Alan GTP no de buy no. And if you look at quite first person also there, we see he's also going to get 40 ministers. Now if you look at the NDC, the NPP, Ebika 50, Ebika 60. Now I want to ask a very simple question. And then nursing will come as I say, the flag bearers and candidates also may be president, no, or be a Kasai and a ministers no matter so, and a ministers no matter so, and a ministers no matter so. Is that going to be the solution for us? That's the question, Mibisa. All of a sudden, go and check Obia manifesto, Obia plan. And I'm about ministers matter so, and I'm about ministers matter so, and I'm about ministers matter so. I'm going to go for a lean government. I'm going to go for a lean government. And I'm asking a very simple question. Is that going to be the only solution for us? Is that going to be the only solution? What Alan Kwadwo Chemantia, what kind of book now? Page 41. What check kwanya? Na ko poya abenas obanas obebi president. Obet make sure so obet me forming the governance, no. Now if you look at Onone and the plan, no, he's talking about 40 ministers. The 40 ministers, no, Attorney General, or say a statutory requirement, and a say in the year, Wakaba finance, economy, trade and industry, wakabum, food, agriculture and fisheries, wakabum, foreign affairs and regional cooperation, wakabum, defense, education, wakasa for health, interior infrastructure, then local government and decentralization. And we have Alan Kwadwo chairman here. He's talking about 40 ministers. See, I talk about the manner. Now, if you listen to Cheddar critically, Cheddar saw only the president, then he's going to make sure that we are going to have 12 ministers. Now, if you listen to a lot of politicians, about if you go to Nigeria, almost 35 ministers, Egypt almost 40 ministers, almost 10 ministers, and it's no. But I want to understand something. The kind of problem that they are going through over there is totally different from us. It's totally different from us. One, their culture, the kind of issue that is a pressing need for them, is totally different from us. And the answer is say Nigeria. No, more pressing issue is not about economy. Or more pressing issues about a different thing. Then they can say that they are going for a lean government. Me, I don't have any problem with the numbers, but the nation finish say we have to get whereby and conform say ministers, you know, they are going to work efficiently. They are going to work efficiently in every jurisdiction, country biano. When it comes to say if you look at the vacuum of the government, there are some positions who are to make us free. And let's be realistic, let's be objective. Young Kano Chapter 12 ministers now all Kano. From where I sit, it is extremely difficult to be practical in Ghana. 12 ministers in Ghana. 12 ministers. The meaning say, then the regional ministers of Polo, they are not even coming on board. Just want to make a choice. And he said, Assem si wa buna half region. Say Assem SC our eastern region. Say Assem SC wa baby, who is going to take total control of that area? Region being no problem. How are we going to solve it? If they have security problems, our region be one here contacting who is going to be the leader? And these are things I see beside. You see, Mussa man for near break. Say I say it me quiet, but you should be very circumspect, very careful. Now, if you catch that, then means say the regional ministers, the regional ministers need a free home. Who controls the region? I want to ask, who controls the region? Now you might for the position now, what can I effort to my here? Some of the say ministers, no. But if you look at some key sectors, we have done I saw the mobile. Now he's talking about business and employment, he's talking about defense, foreign affairs, tourism, health, justice, agriculture, interior, then education, finance, energy, and then trade. I want to ask, South yeah, okay. Are we going to merge other ministries now? That's my question. Because there are some ministries we are gonna have. You can never allow them to go. They are part of us now. And the business is had in the free home. And then maybe also the regional areas, no. Bono East, Bono region, Greater Accra, and the no. Who is going to be their regional ministers? And I'm a minister. And to the man friend mum fancy yo. Na nyame adma next week be wura mu yi pa. Minim de asi wo kroma. Obi e kasa na meti ministers so and a 40 and a 50 and a 60. We are not talking about the quantity. We are talking about efficiency. Say me here no fear yi. E be a Kencity Media so for nipa 2000. 2000 no. Everybody's input and output should come on there. E say nipa ne here no wan say nipa ne here adwuma. And it's not about the number, it's about efficiency. Say me nyam kofo me to here adwuma ne here. We don't care. A big members will have 12 ministers there, but they are not going to work. You can be 10 ministers, also Pelin government, but they are not going to work. We want efficiency. It's not about numbers. And Mesre, now me add my next week. Me room. It's as about Mussa Dankwa Tenasiache. Me person na dream metete no. Na bibia bet me aye kama. Ejana, you need global info analytics in point info na ba betwetwe nkomo. Na latest survey aba. Latest survey na aba no. I know she papa, but the catch was that this particular elections, no, policies be juma, a man for baby questions. And yes, I said, Obi also the person who asks questions as to the reason why, and these are the kind of things that I see it in Ebisa. And the Mangazame Papa, Madina, Mussa Dankwa. Good evening.
Good evening.
Bibiabo Cordier. Head of Global Research, Global Info Analytics Limited. Boss, my name is Mussa the latest so Vibiaba. No, baby, say Global Info Analytics or Magma Pa saying.
You would say Global Info a market research and a data company.
Okay.
A market research, opinion survey.
Okay.
And a political risk forecasting. Na political risk forecasting, be here say be opinion poll.
Okay.
Because the ingredient of the political risk forecasting.
Okay.
So even if you're not doing it for the public, I would have done it anyway. But you who say, see ye the babon tia be boa.
Okay.
Man for ti me say as what is going on. And MPs now e be a person who say or that here now on so be warm you say about outer even though you be no there but behind the scene no omodi ejuma. So for us that is what we want to achieve.
And I am want to hear this kind of research. What is the level of confidence, the degree of confidence I have to say?
Say be no you the confidence level.
Okay.
We share the 95% confidence.
95% confidence.
Yes. Plus margin of error. Into any actually say you GD what do you call it? Say no more. But say national opinion poll confidence will equal 99%. You're pushing it to 99%.
Okay.
And no, we share over 7,000 or 6,000 interviews.
Okay.
The more interviews we do, no, the more the confidence level goes up.
Okay. Now this time I want to PM Western region. Why Western region?
Western region, one of the regions, the best swinging region. In say swinging most of the time.
Yes.
Part of we need piano. Normally they win Western region.
Okay.
And Central region. Just recently now, say NDC to win Accra or win the election.
Yes.
But the tradition has been that we win Greater Accra, Western Central, the election you win the election.
Okay.
So yeah, West Central we have a fair idea. They also Central region. Accra high be brave, so we know pretty well.
Okay.
They cause one crime.
Okay.
But Central region, even though you have data, but in who exactly what is happening in the Takoradi enclave?
Okay.
Or share that enclave no. A Hona MPP strong now most of them.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Secondly, Takoradi, Esikado, Efia,
Okay.
Kosimintim, and Shamadi is a bit half.
Yeah, swing it.
But this 5 years, NDC has never won that place. Since Takoradi, I'm saying 1992, it has been MPP throughout.
Okay.
Indeed, the idea is that young Konenko who or their cost war. See who their cost war this 5 are.
Yes.
We can see exactly what is happening in the entire Western region.
Oh, fine. Okay, and the Yamungram, Yenin Komo, Yedin Komona questions about Babia, so then we try to ask. And the Yamungram with a presidential. Minsoya Juma Bibri, and Ima, my setter, Yamunram, na Yamfe said the Norman AC Echo, it's where global info analytics, or Makako PML Western region. Aquaco Dinkomo, and a man for Ajo Madintre, A. Some saying Yanko Poya Doma, say Abia and Ne, and I be Ochina on the 7th of December year to a bar. How is it going to be like? Or much him El Hakama. Ima Monfantoso. Okay. All right. And the Western region special pool. If you Quantana.
Efia.
Yes. Efia.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Takrade, Sekendi, Kwesimintim, Esikado, Kenten constituency. 4th September 2024. Why these areas?
Let me catch that one. We MPP stronghold.
Okay.
Or enclave one. And you who the course or that area. It be who the course or the whole Western region.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why we went there.
It gives you an informed decision
of the whole Western region.
Yes. Mr. Musa Dankwa Mungrem.
Yes. Okay, I think the first point is share the first diagram. No?
Okay.
So that we can talk about a man in my normal.
Yes.
Young queen, where number of people I normally didn't get home.
Yes. Young gender, no.
A young code from gender.
Yes. Okay.
Osha, 53% as a mere member, and my 47%. Let me make sure that I'm not looking at the wrong thing. Yes, and my 47. And then my 5-3, so barely a balanced sample.
Nanono Saramokwa, today we are going to make sure it's a pull so no don't want to baby some more questions. And I say baby, how is it like?
Interview randomly now, but we do time baby and who say remember not too much. Now what pause, no what targeting man to balance the numbers. No.
Now more as a mono do they open up and I say,
oh yes, I mean. The first word I will be catching on Ebwa. You share because if you global info, yeah, opinion poll or Amanyon Sem or Ghana and other issues I have Ghana for. Until my and maybe 2-3 minutes and no within command who watching, watch the watching actually. We can't watch it One ultimate radio so, but the other catch there no, ebeko ama TV for radio for abo hundoro ama obiati. So eno no eboa said open up. No matter the how as a voter actually, knowing say one day better say oh you discuss say Ghana force say, and they feel a bit proud say they've been part of that kind of discussion.
Okay, now let's look at the age groups. Mahu 18 to 24 and we are 14%, 25 to 34 and we are 28%, 35 to 44 and we are 35%, 45 to 54 and we are 18%, so and 55 to 64 and we are 4%, then 64 plus 1%. And Uchimu
we share about 77% our twaba almost below 44 years. And we share almost between 18 and 34 is about 42%, so nearly half. So more younger voters are almost twaba. Remember, say bibi how it affects the way they vote. So we a very important point for us to note.
Okay, then we go to education.
Yes.
Education.
Junior high school 19%, senior high 48%, tertiary 20%, and no education 13%. We have senior high doors almost 48%. It tells you say maybe free education one education at that level until you always see them say doors and children.
Now let's look at employment.
Yes. Almost 50% say self-employed and now buying juma and all kind of jobs. And 27 say juma, and that is very, very high. Almost a third of them say unemployed. And 19-year students, pensioners 2%.
All right. After you call religion.
Yes, a Christian for 73%, Islam for 18%. And omoni Nemisumbiano 3%. Muslim traditional religion 4%, and other religions 2%. And
when I say then if you look at Southwestern Enclave, Christopher.
Exactly. And it's not different from Ghana. Ghana is the same thing.
Okay, then you call the ethnic groups.
Yes, Akan for 87%, Akan region, and Guans for 4%, LSA 4%, Ghana Dangbi for 2%. Others 1%, and I'm only the Gbani 1%. Do you have mostly account for?
Mostly near account for.
Yes.
Oh, fine.
Over family account for.
Yes. Young party affiliations overall first time and non-first time voters, Western region.
We are very, very interesting, but I mentioned was overall, MPP stronghold. Okay. 22% say MPP for. Openly declare say MPP for. Or not. Almost to my MPP that way, and I have to do say almost to my NDC. So there's something not right here with stronghold, or say we say most of them will be MPP sympathizers. Yes, but that's changed. And now 38% say only floating voters. Do one, I say they have moved from MPP into becoming floating voters. Okay, MPP stronghold, and 11% say. It means MPP before, but they don't want to say. And frankly, you could see say 33% by MPP before. We the almost country and yes, you could see say there will be MPP people. Now the interesting thing is say first time voters no. 18% say MPP before, but 25 say NDC. It means every 100 people first time no. 25 say NDC and 18 say MPP. So it means a lot of the younger voters are coming as NDC and as a floating voters than they are coming as MPP.
And were you able to ask them questions why Ebianka had a stronghold for the new patriotic party and these young guys are
No, we don't ask those questions.
Okay.
Sometimes they become too intrusive.
Okay.
But we're able to read what they're telling us through other means.
Okay.
Older voters MPP for 24%. NDC 21%, and 36 floating voters. So it means the younger voters I think MPP has to be very careful. The younger ones are not opting to be MPP, but rather as floating voters and NDC MPP stronghold, which if it continues, will be hard for MPP in the future.
All right. Now, direction of the country.
Yes, if you almost say, Omano Ekoye, and I Ekoye, 69% say, Baby, and I'm not Ekoye.
69%.
Yes. That's extremely high.
That is dangerous. 69%.
I'm say Nkoye, and only 15%, and I'm say Nkoye, and 16% say they have no opinion. Only agreeing on that particular issue. Now, this kind of question response are a warning sign for things to come. Because if effectively no, or chair will say, "Nasidamunye."
No more thing.
Yes. Yes.
Say no opinion. You cannot even know determine their fate.
Oh, no.
It's quite dangerous.
On doing can say you, but sometimes no almost no. It be a defensive. On person can na kuma muni nas match no. So no opinion. But piano, you see some responses. But you, in polling, you don't force people to talk.
Oh, okay.
So you just let
willingly.
Them, willingly, yes.
Okay.
You don't push them.
Okay.
You push them, they'll give you what you want to hear. What may not be what they want to do. You know, you have to be very careful. You don't push people against the wall in opinion polls.
Oh, okay. Now, young court direction of the country party affiliations.
Yes. Let me see whether I have that document here. Maybe you can show up.
Yes.
All I must say, I'm here MP before. Almost 60% say Nkoye MP before, but 34% say Nkoye. But all my canning now, NDC for 89% say Nkoye, floating for 74, and other parties 85, and one party on Dominic and 76. Means everybody say Nkoye except MP people. So that is a problem, and even within MPP here, 34 say Nkoye. So it shows that things are not going well.
Yes, because if you look at data now, they are total to Suni now. It's telling the NPP government something.
Absolutely.
It's telling them something.
Absolutely.
Because Ocean Free Hakurampona, they have 14 voters.
Well, I think we'll go down the line. It'll be a lot more down the line.
Direction of the country's age groups.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Almost say Nkoye no age groups. Almost 18 to 24.
Yes.
68% say Nkoye.
18 to 24.
Yes. 68%. And almost 25 to 34 75%. Almost 35 to 44 71%. 45 to 54 62%. And 55 to 64 52%. And above 64 73%. Every age group say Nkoye.
Every age group. What are you questions on president's job approval?
And Mr. Mussa, one penny in the our bono, so many and so many. 23% say so many. 68% say so many. 9% say they have no opinion. If we disapprove on any wrong direction, almost the same.
I say, yes.
Because if you say, maybe the question is, one a driver. Then they blame the driver for what they believe to be maybe a number.
Okay. Then the standard of living.
Now, if you say, look, above to be mostly among us determines a lot of what they do. And the Bissau say, almost compared to the last 12 months now. Imabugo kakra ana say enema teacher pansam ana say sa na tie ibisa wo no 9% say agogo kakra say ayi compared to last 12 months, but 47% say ayi worse, and another 37 say and science sa na tie, and 7% say they have no opinion. Into these two numbers now all very worrying, very worrying.
Worsen and unchanged.
Yes. The Kamboma 84%.
Are you optimistic it will improve in the next 12 months?
It becomes okay. We'll see Nkoye, but in the next 12 months, I will say they may be on that note, no, I'm saying 45% say almost say so there's optimism of something better happening in the future. In fact, we'll share this number. In the last 6 months ago, we will say no more form. So you are seeing that here. 45 say oh omo gidi say be in the next 12 months. But obi say almost say 18%. And another 37 say omo opinion omo question say be ko you. But at least more are saying that they are optimistic say be
in the next 12 months.
12 months, yes.
Okay. How likely will Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh nomination influence to vote for NPP in December 2024?
This question, we've been asking it since Napo was nominated. And even in the Western region, it's more important because when Kwame Nkrumah free, and we remember what they said about Kwame Nkrumah. So just to see what the people are saying. 21% say yes, he is likely going to influence them to vote for MPP. 21%. But 43% say it will not influence them. So I'm talking about MPP, and then I'm talking about MPP. So that one, it has no impact on them. But about 21 say yes, it will have influence on them. And around 36 say they have no opinion, which means it may not necessarily have influence.
What is your level of support or opposition to the NPP manifesto?
NPP launching manifesto no ever Western region. And NDC for there or Central region.
Yes.
And you be about all the 3 manifestos. Which one do they support in terms of one by one? And they say, okay, MPP for DNA. Do you support it, or do you oppose it, or you are neutral about it? MPP for DNA, 28% say almost support it. Oh, MPP stronghold.
Yes.
And 40% say they oppose it in the MPP stronghold. And 32% say only neutral.
Yes.
Over NDC for document no, 38% say support. 28% say oppose. Neutral 34%.
Yes.
The NDC for higher of support than MPP for the
okay.
in the Western region. Over Alan so the 14% say support Alan the 39 say support too, and 47 neutral. So Alan they are much lower in terms of support.
Oh okay. Oh okay. Oh okay. Which of the following manifesto is credible and can be achieved?
Yes, it be some that question. Why manifesto na woji dey say credible to assume bit my yama
convincing
bit my ayama abam. Overall in the enclave hono NDC dey 30%, MPP dey 22%, Alan dey 3%, and 45% say omuni adwin, they have no opinion. In the here omuni opinion don't step the support for the parties altogether. So generally and broadly, I think the support is not very strong for all the manifestos.
Which of the following have greater influence on how you vote in the 2024 elections?
No, you got so many things come to play.
Yes.
So many things. But the Bissau say, if a boat near bear and 9 at home, the moon bang and a greater influence. I don't know how do I put it in P. A mom make decisions on who to vote for.
Okay.
And a mom 4 answers, possible answers.
Yes.
1, the current economic condition. 2, party no past performance. On morning boy or my boy Huda.
Okay.
Both MPP and NDC.
Yes.
And the credibility of the candidate. See the man for a candidate no, so we're credible now and credible. And party's manifesto. There is a more. It be so 72% are more born in money on board current economic condition. See, and that see the and no more influential than any of the other points, followed by past performance of the parties, 46%. Okay, 72 versus 46. Look at the gap. Actually, was said that one commands a lot more than the other factors.
Yes.
And the candidate almost 36%. And manifesto 33%, the last. 20 people don't really see manifesto as a decision making tool on the Tuaba.
Or did you not saw the Tuaba?
No.
And this affairs need manifestos, for now things are changing.
Things are changing. And I think it's not going to be permanent. Because of the situation now, economy now is more important than anything else.
Yes.
So doing the home first before anything you are saying you're going to provide. Even though the manifesto are supposed to change the current condition, but I'm going to say we are more remote than what is going through now. So to me, and then it may help you get the vote than the manifesto.
And he said, "No, no,
yes,
on farm manifesto nyehwe."
Absolutely.
The okwa akonyane so okwa akotuna ba because no hinhan no.
Absolutely.
Okay. Or say Dr. Bamia says it's just the driver's mate and should not be blamed for the current crisis. Do you agree with his assertion?
Straightforward question. Straightforward because that has been his defense.
Yes.
So sometimes, no, politicians almost can't name our platforms. As to whether I thought man for soon and I thought a man for soon, they don't know.
So I cut down. I want to see and I want to see.
So when you say and cut down, you don't have to stop it. Because you continue now, I think it will backfire.
The question product in Nipanem pay, but now it's the product in
absolutely. In the Western region, almost stronghold.
Yes.
And stronghold. Only 16%. Almost say over agree say or just a mate. 55% say baby. They don't believe in what they don't agree in what they're saying.
Okay.
And 29 say they have no opinion. So if within your stronghold, this is what they are thinking, then maybe you should stop that kind of defense and find something new.
So the product for the back.
Absolutely.
Whereby then it will go straight down to the people.
Absolutely. See, sometimes for whom some person will hear this kind of messaging now. Who here say testing what we call the focus group discussion.
Okay.
Now you say a better man for sumana. The to suma and sana who they about bonting. Who find back abonting and sana what testing.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This is for even a research team to do research for you.
Absolutely.
And knows the challenges and the problems and the needs of the people.
And the way you want to defend yourself.
Okay.
No? Is it going down well or it won't go down well? So if it won't go down well, you will desist from that kind of defense and find a new way.
Hey, which of the following candidates do you believe understands and cares for people like you?
You know, so we were talking about sometimes it depending on whether or feel say you understand him. Absolutely. And then the first sign we say Obeto man I want to mount. In the beside we know just to be able to say beside say Obeto man why no Obeto. The beside no 36% say John Mahama I feel say what you must say and or dream on home they say as a people. But 23% say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. And 4% here Alan. 12% say Omdia somebody else. And yet me say Alan or Mahama or Baumia or Mussa. And 25% say none of them. Into the way the idea, good equipment we will see.
Yes.
A idea as to how these people will vote.
I take forward our here live on 2 TV. We call this one Inside Ghana. We a global info analytics empire for NNA or Mr. Mussa Dankwa Yankasa Papa ha or the Wu and Semno and Semno. Yet me at here.
Uko presidential no you see. It be some say ne and you go ba lanka wine on betwama.
Okay.
If back all voters and obi of all voters.
Yes. And voting intentions.
Yes. All voters.
Yes.
Unweighted. Mahama is 35.7%. Baumia is 22.7%. Alan is 3.8%. Biliaku 3.5%. Christian Kwabena Andrews Gum 0.6%.
So future abosom.
Yes. And Kofi Akwalu 0.3%.
LPG.
Asana Yarega 0.1%.
APC.
And undecided 12.3%. Not vote on Twaba 20.1%. So we go back to last page now. Who cares for you? No, Mama Nyahi 36. Mama Nyahi 23.
Yes.
What do we what numbers were no? Actually say omo feel said okay for them no omo to my home.
Then it means that they are convinced say John Dramani Mahama is the best candidate for them.
But okay, yeah.
Yes.
We said none of them. Okay.
Yes.
Only 20 something 5%.
Yes.
Here, almost say how to abano. 21% almost to aba. Omo say none of them no. Omo. So it gives an idea as to what they would do. So me say none of them it means I have to
yes.
Me believe is mama ana baomia ana alam with me or drink then why should I go and vote?
Emfaso bi obenya afiri omu mi so.
Absolutely.
Enti me nkɔ nkɔto aba no ba metimi fie.
And na it's now 21% say omo to aba no.
Then it's serious.
Yeah.
It's serious.
It's very serious.
These figures you are bringing on board is serious.
Apathy, they should find a way of stopping that because 21% of your stronghold. I'm a twaba.
Yes.
Now, and it's for Baba yes. That day. You're going to be in big trouble.
Because when this thing they are affecting,
absolutely.
The MPP, you know, wama metwa mau. Then meaning say, what would do abro?
Absolutely. At least, from this pool say, Western region, enough from sir, higher voter apathy. What would you do, or what should they do? It's for them.
Okay. Now, I will not vote age groups.
Yes. I want someone to abano. Overall, 21%. But most of them are 28 and 24. 28%. Someone to aba.
18 to 24.
4 years old, no. Almost comprises 28% of our no vote.
Per the pools, hey, then it's a serious matter.
Yeah.
It's a serious matter.
So those people who can change something, it's up to them.
Because our age now, Obono. Sa age no, and go back catch us or benefit.
So why are they not voting?
A cause for worry.
And 25-34, 20%. So between below 34, between 18 and 34, almost 50% someone to about those age group.
Almost half.
Almost half, yes. Of the youth almost someone to about no, this age group.
Now, no statistical service for you, so I'm going to catch said you to need dorsum.
So why are they not engaged? Why are they not willing to vote and express their opinion? That's something that NCC and other people should be looking at and see what they can do. And also the campaign teams, because you have to give them hope.
Yes.
Why they should vote.
Yes.
You know, it's not enough to say that we have manifesto. You have to engage them in a way that they feel said they are part of the process.
You don't kind manifesto, but if you go to the doorstep of the person
and engage the person,
FaceTime, only parent who didn't come church in interest or tuna badekoha, interest or tuna badekoha, a bit miabua.
Yes.
Then this political parties are more admire power.
Especially this election.
A
lot.
And me, I'm not into flatter, but open it or Jim Post Woody, a Jim sample lead pa, my number one, because consistently
we bring the issues out for them to work on it.
And at 45 to 54, you see 18%.
Yes.
55 to 64, 21%. Then above 64, 20%.
So there will be higher apathy in the Western region. In fact, before this poll, July poll, you pinpointed about 7 regions.
Yes.
In fact, almost 71% for Amusamon to Ghana, almost free Ashanti region, Eastern region,
yes,
Central region,
yes,
Western region, Bono, Ahafu, Western North. 71% of people who say they will not vote in Ghana as a July poll. Ashanti region 1, Eastern region 2, Central region 3, Western region 4, Ahafu 5, Bono 6, Northeast, Western North.
Umenje maidi no, baby akeka kono, a wachire mu no. Mahu a trend bi. And they should not joke with it.
No.
A trend bi.
Accra 22%.
Yes.
Someone to about 20% also. I'm 23%. Accra someone to about. Out of Ghana 100 no. 23 Accra. 22 Ashanti region.
22?
Yes. And 14% Eastern region.
Put emotions and sentiments aside. Namunyai say medium will have no. These are figures. These are figures. Papa no the figures ni ye adwuma, and he's giving reasons. And yes, be akwa kwasha them and why bibi wakwa bonten wakwa kodi nkomo. He's giving insight. And to a political party na say wutie it is your duty and responsibility to make sure say the nipa na can whether you believe it or not you have to work towards it.
Absolutely. You don't lose anything.
And I'm making
you don't lose anything.
No.
Absolutely.
What's okay? These political parties, they have research teams. They have to do their recommendations and findings and come out with a database and say, this is the database. When you be the amount, go to the person, ask the person the roadmap of the year and it will help you.
And the good thing about money is every detail of Bibe
okay.
And the number of people we interviewed. So per se, pick the same data,
yes,
the same questionnaire, go back there and see what you find out.
Okay.
I mean, it's open methodology.
Yes, and you say, yeah, info analytics in your papa. You just pick their data, their roadmap. Come fast on bizarre questions, you know.
Vanessa,
baby, go and ask the same questions and see the feedback that you get.
But don't use your party people as officers.
Okay.
Never use your party officers as field officers.
The genuinity.
Yes.
And when emotions and sentiments.
Absolutely. They should be doing the polls with that sentiment, with that feeling. They want to find the truth by the truth. You see what you will get. When you see your party people they have conflict of interest.
Yes.
Who say Oslo say,
massage issue.
That's what they do. That's what they do. Some of them. You use Obia only interest in whatever you are trying to find out. Only there, just data collection.
Yes.
And that's what we do. That's what we do.
So no more than one qua, a human amoye.
Say a corner MPP near Niaka, a corner English Lutua Niaka. It would be a MP for boy chi. Do this one. And it's for some boy.
But so, man, how do you
absolutely. We don't really have emotions in the data. Absolutely not.
Voting intentions.
Now, we almost say, how does the race look like?
Okay.
In the Western region, MBB stronghold.
Yes.
The Mahama goes to 45%. So we almost say, we get numbers to be human. We say Mama will go to 45. Mama will go to 28.7 and 29%.
Yes.
Allah will go to nearly 5%. Bediako 4.4. Boom, bear 0.8. And Akpalu 0.4. Hassan 0.1. And 15.5 are undecided.
What's on your seminal? Sanko for you won't you might be a kitao. And at the back, when I say, if you look about it, these figures, people should accept these figures in good faith and work towards it. Or they should accept it in good faith and work towards it. Because Mr. Mussa Dankwa, baby, me share the baby a green, you want baby a blue, no one. It cause for worry.
It is a difficult position for MPP to right now. I mean, anybody because would they be okay? I think the person is not being honest with them.
Or flatten.
Yes. I mean, let the truth be known. And then whatever they can do, they should do about it. You have 90 days or so to go.
To salvage the situation.
And easy, sir. And easy. It's tough. It's tough.
What I mean, you carry stuff and then I stuff and back.
Now, overall, say, sign because they are in the end, you know, a trouble. Because ultimately, because we undecided. When you do about yes, but at the end of the day, I think said Mahama will be around 53% in the that those areas no come more.
They never to abano.
Yes.
But who can make us say be the stronghold of the NDC?
No, I'm telling you.
This is the stronghold of the New Patriotic Party.
This is similar to stronghold of MPP in Greater Accra. The same pattern.
Ish, what am I imagining you? Really?
Yes. See, Greater Accra and Western region almost exhibit the same characteristic in this election. Now, you share the next chart between first-time voters and old voters.
Yes.
Because Ibia will lose ground or old ones now. na winning first time no you can make it up in the baby you know first time voters Mahama 60%, Baumia 28%, Alan 4%, Bidiako 7%.
See a first time voters or may have for
Obia on to Abada or to Abada for the first time. What the 18 for on to Abada.
On to Abada.
It was once you know 2020 no register no.
Yes.
With the 18 but there was no chance for him to register and vote. So mama did 18 that time no, so 19, 20, 21 for no. And so they could be around 22 years on to Abada. So no and first time voters no.
What can say me and some what can it is true. They should sit down, reorganize themselves well, and sell their message well. They should sell their message down. Because they mean personal boy, but they are it gives me a certain kind of notion. Instead, be a man for or more canon.
But Oba old voters, yes. Then the gap is much smaller.
Okay.
Which means Mahama was 51%, Bauman 36%, Alan 6%, Bediako 5%. Ushia, Bediako is popular among the first time voters than the older voters. 7% among the younger voters,
yes.
And 5% among the old voters.
Yes.
It follows logic, say, young boys and I'm supporting in drove.
Young boys.
Yeah, between the age of
yes,
between under the age of 34.
Yes.
And I'm supporting the Anakwan Bediako. Younger ones, no. So if he's able to attract someone to Abanwa,
yes.
he could make some.
That means a Bediako's message, you know, as a youth, no, a yadiatum.
So almost here, Mahama ne Baomi and none of them. Okay,
yes.
None of them. 25%. Omo move towards Bediakono.
These elections, and the presidential, okay, and your constituency. Okay.
But now, let me call. Let's look at the by party affiliation.
Okay.
After before not too do. I mean say slide number 66.
Okay, 66.
Presidential. I mean say you may see it as a NDC MPP. That's one.
Okay, presidential.
Yes,
presidential.
NDC column no NDC MPP NDC. Yeah, almost some year MPP before. 3% at John Mahama.
Omo MPP for no.
Yes, 3%.
The 3% are moving from the New Patriotic Party, and they are going to vote for John Dramani Mahama.
Yes, we try small. We try okay. And 93% of MPP for almost Tuma Baumia.
Okay.
2% at Tuma Alan. 1% at Tuma Bediako, and another 1% at Tuma other candidates. No.
Okay.
Over John Mahama, NDC for almost 98%.
Mebawu John Dramani Mahama yɛmfa in the 2020 elections ɔmo to aba John Dramani Mahama no
ɔno ɔyɛ bɛba hɔ
okay
we ɔmo sɛ ɔmo yɛ NDC for a ɔmo to ama John Mahama
okay
ɔmo yɛ 98% 1% to ama Baumia
okay
another 1% Alan Martin. The next block ɛyɛ floating voters ɔmo na ɔmo sɛ owini wɔn a aba no ayɛ den owini ne mu a
yes
hwɛ MPP stronghold no floating voters 63% Mahama, 14% Baumia, 11% Alan Martin, and 7% Kwambediako. What a problem no.
And because if election be a Yekobiano, or make catcher say NPP have their core members, NDC have their core members, and you floating voters in the decide say, you remember Mussa Dankwa be the president. But if you look at figures are by idea, and watch it. And
Western and Greater Accra have the same pattern of floating voter behavior.
Western Greater Accra.
Yes.
Almost sad to a for no. Almost I decide to be the president in the past.
So they have a lot of work to do in Central, in Western and Greater Accra. Now over the next slider, almost to about 2020. Next slide.
Yes.
And a new ones no about almost 20%. Okay. 31% for our Omotuman Nanado in 2020 a switch Eko Mahama in the MPP stronghold in the Western region. So 31%. A third of your last year's support, they are not voting for MPP candidate again. Omoko NDC. 57% of Oma Omotuma Nanado and Omotuma Baumia Bium. So that's a problem.
Yes.
7% Etuma Alan, 3% Bediako, and 2% Etuma other candidates. But Oma Omotuma Mahamano, 94%
yes,
are still voting for him again.
Intact.
Okay. But 2% Eko Baumia Ho, and 2 Eko Alan Ho, 1 Anakwam Bediako, and 1% others.
What I saw him live on 2 TV. We call this one Inside Ghana. And Mr. Mussa Dankwa na etwetwe nkomo Global Info Analytics. Odi ye review data ni figures nim ama watimi ehu. And Mr. Obi bia wutie me bia no. Fra wunua na ono so mfreni nua. No kanche political parties or montana they should look at this particular data. Data na urban put emotions and sentiments aside. Go through the data. Ask relevant questions. The nipa na kan no kre. Ana say nya no kre. Say nya no kre wa kope data no fa ye adwuma. They know how ubetima boa ama parties or person utime wene and as untime wene. This data is going to be like a case study ebetimi aboa.
And the last point on the presidential.
Yes.
Share assuming say they will be run off.
Bibia betimi asi.
Say run off.
Yes.
Oma Omotuma Alan etuma Bediako ene Oma Kano. Abano metu no say. Hona ubehu alliances.
Okay.
And enemies.
Say do wa. We bet marker say ebia a contest between me Mussa. Now ebia favor na focus akase Franco de minimum dada. Minu no. We believe in the same ideology. But they support amano. Yes.
Oma Omotuma Alan. Say a run of 18%. Say ombetu Amajon Mahama.
Omotuma Alan
in the first round.
First round. Say run of 18% will be voting for John Dramani.
Yes. And 3% pay. Say ombetu Amabaumia. 3%. 27.5 say omo undecided omedwe ho.
And so you dangerous.
And 51.6 say omo tuaba. Salan ka omo tuaba.
Hey,
yes.
Asma kan emu dupa.
And now mo catch these are from Dankwa Isikado Sekendi Kosimintim Enefia.
Abane Koran of
51.6% are Omotuma Alan, so Montuaba. Yanko Cheddar. Cheddar, Uncrofono. 4% still on the Kojo Mama.
Yes.
Another 4% the Kobaumia.
Yes.
25% on the dream, undecided. 67.5 so Montuaba.
Cheddar was.
This is the reality on the ground from the MPP stronghold.
This is the reality.
Yes. The real emotions. These are the figures from the ground.
Then it tells you Alan Kwewe Jumaye.
Yes. Now the question is, you see, okay, I go first now. Now I go second now. Abia, you wait on my train say Alan, say Alan yes. Him
yes. Pronouncement from Alan.
Alan. But in the absence of that, no, 51.6 say about
even no matter Alan be making the pronouncement.
No. Way is assumed say on Kasai.
Okay. On
Kasai, the movement will
change. But when they say Alan, why
did? So this is what they said they would do.
Then it tells Obia or here which belongs to any political party to fasten his seatbelt. They have a lot of work to do. They have a lot of work to do.
I mean, people are disengaged. Among are disappointed in the political system.
Yes, because we know high living standard, no. And I'm saying, sir, economy now, and I'm saying,
and those are the most important indicators for any election outcome.
The most important.
Yes. Direction of the country. Standard of living. Meaning, it determines who wins and who loses.
Mami ko commercial break mra. Na ye nto aso. All right, so that's all air live on Net2 TV. We call this show Inside Ghana. And check exactly 9:30 na fi yeah sorry area free Jumadi ni. So me dey Franco Uswado. Obetima aframe Franco the hater. Kethem clothing for Darama. Woman address me kama mama ho atima yefe aya kono. Da bia me catch us bia o kwa yi o ko Jumadi bi any private or social gathering. E so timi kokko pi wase na timi di ujuma na ohun yefe ya kono a ye pam mema ene manta de enkura ne mpanyimfo nyina ne pam edema no e ye Kethem clothing. Shi ha ya onsa ebetimi akomo abra show ne koso no me de omo number ne betudwa na afi oni mpanyimfo atimi di nko. But ofra wo se Franco se bra wo ba ombete bo no so edema ama de wo hwebia no onsa atimi aka ye ne Mr. Mussa Dankwa na etwetwe nkomo Global Info Analytics e form info na edi nkomo se adwuma koi adwuma mo ye nyina ne se omo kofom bisa ebisa amanfo se ebia research we ne ye kwan ba so ebetimi bisa wase ne ebetimi aboa na amanfo adwuma atimi abie na nipa na de ade ne kwa akoma no betimi anya hotoso watimi ada ne ho su ya kasa da bi mahu ade ese na se adwumade we ne na mpese me de ko da bia meka omo no they are not affiliated to any political party. They are not affiliated to any political party. We adwuma omo ye so wache anytime omo ye adwuma bi omo ba bia no the level of confidence no aya e was really pa na Mussa Dankwa me misa Western region or how many days na mo spending wo
25th 26th 27th 28th 29th 30th about 8 days and this are mo kwa na mo ankasa matans okay ye be fa ni say share report no mo
yes
you share all the electoral areas I call say o share mami media wa
yes
ubi mo for TV there with this TV I'm share back on the way okay if you yako efia nkansa ekasa na east Tanokrum
okay
efia kuma east efia kuma zongo
yes,
west Tanokrum efia kuma west where electoral areas ewo efia ndi kwa peki efia na ya sample no ho sample na tichema all the electoral areas no based on number of people amoto abawo
okay
nti bibi asono no onya bebre eche bibi eswa enya sa no a obe skill sample no
yes
nti yakọ efie kuma west ye interview 112 for ho ena west Tanokrum 110 efie kuma zongo 79 efie kuma east 58 east Tanokrum 49 ena efie so 49 nti yakọ ho ene yakọ ha ochina ewia na yakọ ha na yakọ nsa na enam ho nyina until we have covered all the electoral areas okọ iskadu kitana yako people say so is it 1 second if you it's Kadukitan yes the Regi Ministries is Kadu East Ojokrum is Kadu West Mpenten Sero Anui and Mempasem
Kasaurado,
Pensin, Ketan, and Ketia Krum, and Fijai. Okay. Bibia so a bet you number of people a interview her. Sana, you know, see, could be that we know say aha, or my dream, how much the demo now, you can put the whole report into electoral areas.
Okay.
So that we can guide this, okay, Fijai, and a month for some Taban or more. Sell me on said no, Omoha. Into Oko campaigner, wouldn't be a war. And I feel only number, but wouldn't we are just be going anywhere. Maybe I don't a Scaro East was no only problem. Now, I was spending time with her. Meanwhile, war problem for Jai, what die with her. You don't know. So people are doing campaign blindly. Only them, only their cost.
They are just working.
That's working. But they have no data. The says polling, and then the boss, I had someone to abandon or more. I have seen my opponent. I mean, let me call you campaign when I mean, absolutely. So from where we sit, we know where each candidate has a problem.
Yes.
And fortunately, some of the MPs knows. Some of the MPs reporting about our friend a better copy. I can't call. Yeah, when we say, okay. Yeah, more beers with you.
And the Yampani say, be a Frank Wabia, Mimi Fuenchi. When you constituency, Maka sampling, or my BBA, movie and ABA, it is not going into my favor. And I say, maybe it is even going into my favor. I'm a case, me pay report to Nibia. Maybe you just give it to me.
I will give it to you. The police will give it to you. But open comprehensive one.
Yes.
And you have to pay.
What can maybe
comprehensive one. And then more electoral area by electoral area report.
Oh, okay. And comprehensive, they are brother. And you're BM. Okay.
Because they demand public no. And then they demand MPs no.
Oh, the public never say summary.
Summary, yes.
Oh, okay.
In the way MP because constituency electoral area saying it here. Every question they say we can analyze them by electoral area.
Oh, fine. But I'm fine say ABA meso no. ABA munya mama ho me sample nyere. Can I invite you people and pay you and go and come and work?
And they find a private pool.
Okay.
And you are in Kahwasem. In Kasahu. And
just some and the products na doors from who?
Oh yes, yes, so many things.
And then way no you say
even way no can pool no. O say okay media me wo pusiga.
Okay.
Bese me hu say e be koyi and enkoyi. Yes. Say enkoyi a then met me aye.
Strategy be na met my issue.
Then ne akopusiga be ya interview the whole constituency. And a report number, this is the data. No, what gather research team for a ben is saying, and then one more. But you will know the data, say, a hanye, the harmony, the harmony. So when you go out, you're not going there with the problem and your issue.
Some Italian as a crana. Say, I'm fast, I'm this kind of sampling. A boy and my candidates, they are able to identify the needs and the problems of the people and address it.
Absolutely. Because Oko, for example, Malaysia, or problem,
yes,
and they're the same as East Lagos. And they're the same as University of Ghana campuses.
Okay.
But if you are now brush back, not the paint, no brush will be different.
To be at the corner, you should identify the needs and the challenges of the people.
And address those issues. And I said, Beba, may say.
Okay.
Maybe we are call. And your jobs in their home, and your economy,
yes,
and education. If you call all the jobs, how more?
As I was saying, cannot deviate from us.
Absolutely. Who come crime baby? The top issue is economy. For example, in Falapa side home.
Yes.
Most of the people are workers, or self-employed,
okay.
So into employment any issue. Opedeng, yes. Economy and Kuyi na amount for tonade na unye. That's how it works.
This all corner could now cast and fofra. And rather over the bar, over Benny Tinko Bafanya.
Well, yeah, dear Hannah and Walker. And now, who say, on Becassa about BNT.
Okay, I feel a Matthias and Nasi. Ain't you know? I do my way adding power.
in the US, almost co-election, this is what they rely on, data.
Data.
Nobody goes anywhere without data. Even campaign no kwa no. So also on Medina, we say Medina, what are their issues? If I no traders and cancer, no, because Medina this issue, this issue, you want issue broadly national issue, answer more local issues. If you start your national issues, make sure you finish and end on local issues.
That's what I say.
Yes. That is how you're able to speak to the heart and minds of voter.
No.
Anything that you see sometimes poll numbers, it doesn't move the poll numbers. My campaigns are of course
Mr. Mussa Dankwa, I'm about to jail crime wako. And then I will catch a Ghana for then I'll catch a.
No, the American said, look, in him says a poll numbers in the bar, a boy, a year been mude, a been so young mude.
Yes.
But the truth is that Sana elections here. The fact is, you pick data from the ground.
Okay.
You in fact, in you be through BDSO. And I am for be and can obedient.
The two obedience of Uncle Moby.
Absolutely.
And for obedient, the uncle obedient.
There be. Look, me, hobby na me, and then me did. Okay. I love it. That's why I'm doing it.
Okay.
So mean to me, for my reputation, and to her, say me dada will be an party. I don't have time for that. But the good thing is that they can't be in the past be able, and that's what people should remember.
The Maka Biano. It comes to pass.
Yes. So even if you say NDC for could you fine? But you can't be yes. It doesn't matter who we are. It does not matter who we are. So you can't be mudia and the fire juma.
Okay.
If you say OBC or NDC, OBC fine. Almost say opinion poll. Uye den. Ebe twaba.
Yes.
E twaba. De umuno. Se BP. Se ye kone ye ne amanfo din kita won ye nka amadwen emmomu ye e de babo ntia. Then it will be clear. Ye nye poll my margin of error entra 2% that on really? Any election. No. Even in the MPP primaries. Ye mo ye in November no.
Yes.
Obi anko here your report.
Yes.
Your forecast against everybody else. We were the excellent performance on that elections. Our projections at the 60.3 or 4, Emma Baumia. So that's what he will get.
Yes, Mekai. Yes.
And as he can be 40% or something.
Yes.
A buy no, Baumia 61.3.
Yes, 61.
And I could be 30,
almost 37, 38.
So 40 and 30, 2%.
Yeah, 2%.
But I mean, within 1%.
So sometimes do you feel pain?
No, I don't feel pain. No.
Yeah. So by idea now, man,
absolutely.
And now you're credible. Now when you see,
look, I expect it.
Okay, what cycle? What that?
No, why not?
Okay.
Then I've been here for some time, so okay. I know what to expect. But once you are firm, you are resolute, you are honest. Honesty. Yes. Menye kapre emfiri obi nchen say me de koye poll to disturb any other party. No. A company.
Yes.
Into ye jumaba public client no mutu aka. We put aside some of this money na the way because okay. We say we na ye next year your marketing because
yes mileage na mo pay.
Absolutely.
A man for better monka.
Absolutely.
Some credible.
Na nka ye opinion poll nka wana beti yenka. We can't afford to pay for advertising. So when Emma you keep us in public, and so who say if we are asked to do market survey, we didn't market survey.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we didn't market survey, and if we are getting this precisely on pointer, it means if a company gives us a job to do for market survey for them, we will be accurate. yeah, things like Mussa shopping, product marketing, but because of away and design people, we are face. Exactly. But we do more than that.
Oh, okay. And Mr. Mussa Dankwa, better was it. Of your busy schedules, and Ray, your two and Safra Waba Chichin, Semudia Chamian, who say, if you go to the western region, and yes, some poor hosa, and yes, some Ketwa crowd hosa, the air can say Yankupon show. Now, a Jumana way and adding. Kosunaye, so you see can honesty, credibility, and integrity in Tino. Obwa, Amagana, Etimia Fan, and Timapodefra. Me bomb pie say before say Betuabano. Now, would the post for a message at what's na near Dinkomo. What takes him the Asha Amari for any tea for you now? I'm a sweating my bump for so, you know, that's be. All right, and you know, Mussa Dankwa, Global Info Analytics, and I obtain in Kano. Our church in Semu Ediache, Ama one who said no money na AC Echo. And you know, Ima, more fun to so near here. Now, if you're a political party, now when you break now, person in every jurisdiction, in every democratic area, see a kwa they do polls. Polls. And if you go to developed countries now, polls in here, and my company, friends, and my parties ni who ma who den, ye any musinto. So it tells you, so obibia uchemi biano, put emotions and sentiments aside, and let's deal with the matter. Yeah, said that any sequel. There be a metas and a catch us a Ghana first. And if you look at how Mussa Dankwa Church Assembly it tells you that this kind of election, the NPP should not joke in the Western region. I'm telling you. So we are saying critically, now share and corona ye no. Only me politics, only me open up. Wakwa be some questions next mano. He is not a political biased person. It won't mean we are saying church assembly infantile. But what trend no? Now I said the data ni see kwa. It is not good for the New Patriotic Party. And the New Patriotic Party is something to Monomayi. Manika catch or say, so who are Gideon and so we Gideon Pogum, and now I Jim say any panocrano, he doesn't believe or get close to your quarters of not one chain. Young here said the issues in here. Let's go into the matter. Never said as in here. He made a very fantastic point. Say, if you go to other areas, I said the normal see corner. If the NPP is not extremely careful, the western region, which is a swinging area, the NPP, they are going to lose it. Where I will not vote. Age groups, overall, 21%. 18 to 24 years. And non 28%. Where, sir, I will not vote age, you know. Look at that data. Data, no, 18 to 24 years. Now, who shall get critically? These are young guys who have benefited from the free senior high school. Just not make a 18 to 24 years, you know. These are young guys. These are youth who are not benefiting from the free senior high school. Now, the second is one. In the 2016 elections, the New Patriotic Party wins the elections and won 970,000 votes. The Bakacho said 1 million over 1 million. The kind of votes the NPP in the 2016 elections, you know, it was around 970,000, 980,000. Oh, the BT John Dramani Mama. Now let's look at this. The New Patriotic Party, or the district, or the one ambulance buy for constituency, and also or the free senior high school buy. This is the flagship program of the New Patriotic Party. But go and check the kind of votes the NPP had in the 2020 elections. In the 2020 elections. So it tells you, say, if you look at 2016 elections, NPP felt me we need a break. But when it comes to 2020 elections, the NPP had a major problem. And the Akufo-addo is extremely dangerous. People should not joke with it. NPP for don't joke with it. And it tells us that this is an election. And say you may any brain my attention koso. Now if you look at gender, now almost member and a mom no mudi nkomo. A member no 53%, so and a money 47%. Now education is our money ya kan ho asem. Now if you look at employment, ya kan ho asem. Religion is 73%. Asema me kan muntie ye. And this thing, they should have a nice way of solving the problem. Eh? Over religion critically, and 73%. Tiasa Mareka ye. Now, unante ya SDF aba abonti aba be ka kire ye say dey no me kwa to aba no say dey ni ye Saturday because of their doctrine and because of their cardinal principle they are not going to vote. Shade na make kire no. Now when it comes to Islam, just 18%. Now Christianity, and 73% over there. And 73% over there. The 73% there, no, it be SDF. The 73% no, it be SDF. So a bit number say, Nippon might even decide to vote for maybe the NDC or the NPP. But say yanshe sadye way here. It is going to affect one political party. I'm telling you. Because over 73% now, Dubona ya Christopher. So if you look at that enclave, that western region, it means Christianity no any wasro. And if you go to western region, go and do your checks over there. Go and do your checks over there. So hono, asore no dodwa sen wo na dodwa sen na ekononim. Now, if you look at ethnic groups, Akan, 87%. Akan, 87% over there. Guam, 4%. Ewe, 4%. Adangbe, 2%. Others, 1%. And it's anomano. It tells us that this kind of elections are here. The NPP should know how to communicate to the people of more Western region. Communication, it depends on how you communicate. Communication is a work class on Matias here. Emma then I walk who are dealing. There be a site example be said. Obu obed na catch was dimachimi enko heaven. Nipa da catch was onko. Obu so da catch was dimachimi enko brunsem jam. Nipa be di na chiamana nako. It depends on how you communicate. Your communication skills. The kind of issues are air course, how you were able to address them. How you are able to address the needs and the challenges and the problems of the people over there. And just some what kind of some magazine, no? Tell me, I'm going to cite you an example. Yesu Christo, Oba Yase, Ana Yesu Christo, or Kenyanko Pons and the chairman for no. Babi Obedrubi and Yaman for Bedin Komobiano. He was able to identify the challenges and the problems of the people and he gave them solutions. And Yesu Christo ko piemo poso na poso no what the whole eye example actually almost say ebia poso ko ase ni say waka ho asem Yesu Christo ko piemo asore dem no aka ho asem no aka ha asem no aka ha asem e dey bentia he's able to identify the needs and the challenges and the problems of the people and asama ye kan kejetia no ye nkonkoka e other areas and it depends on how you communicate to the people. Now, if you look at direction of the country, right direction, 15%, wrong direction, 69%, so also in no opinion, 16%. Sure, what's your assembly here critically? Then means the NPP is going to a wrong direction per this data. I'm not saying it. But your data not critically. The data is telling you, say, then the NPP is going to a wrong direction per this data. Chasami, almost say, almost bisa say, baby or mine econo, and then say, I am paying for you, and no more go a comono. About Bama Ghana, it's not funny to a penny free na. And then conform no more comono. The air who say, wrong direction is to change na. Even Sanke very close to Mpodi, oh. We can salvage the situation and we can make sure that after some few days or few months to elections, there are some kind of problems we have to solve. By the way, wrong direction is 69%. You see, identifying the problem is part of the solution. And see at here, that's a microphone in ma. That's a who's a microphone in ma. We have identified the problem. We should give solutions to the problem. And direction of the country, wrong direction is 69%. What are they doing wrong? And then and what data here? The it is in the data. The it is in the data. Right direction 15%. No, but 69% are saying, say, we are going to the wrong direction. Where your western region. Entibesre. This is an insight for political parties. Where among your strength and your weakness. Among the baby and your mind, corner papa mobehu, and your papa mobehu, then you have to derive a new strategy in making sure say direction now what they corner man for saying papa no bring it on track. Fabra lane a man for bet Matthias, you know, Fabra Sale. Now man for say now you are trying to understand us. Because as some year can you say a lot of people have lost faith and confidence with the akufo-addo government per this data. And then America. This is global info analytics. And our person say, Omoko for say, baby a mamone kon, any baby of mine econo. Now the Dankwa akufo-addo mamu ne doka mamu do miedino. And a right direction and I say wrong direction. And to me, some na me aban pioneer. I'll go for this data. I'll do empirical research about this data. I'll make sure say, about this particular data, I'll go to info analytics for no. Give me a comprehensive report. What are they saying? Questions when I'm moving and they've been to the more cut say we are going to the wrong direction. A had your own mean come find a summary. And then also you're also the property. And if you want to get some of the property, come and pay for it and go for the property. And you come and change or bet what's nasi. Actually, a question, and these are what the masses and the people are saying. So do something about it. What's your papa critically? Was it a nyade kitwa? Direction of the country, party affiliation. Well, if you look at the Electoral, a child say this particular elections, there's going to be a lot of policies and programs people are going to buy the ideas about. I'm telling you. Yeah, NDC. Omwa sponge 89 party affiliation. The new patriotic party and you know 60% is serious. And if you look at how the data is equal, it tells you say the NPP should set up. The NPP they should set up. If you look at the wrong direction, it is telling them something. The wrong direction, no, it is telling them something. If they don't set up, the ordinary Ghanaian will not buy into this idea. The ordinary Ghanaian only infantum. The only infantum is maybe you are not touching the needs and the problems of the people. Yeah, which of the following have greater influence on how you vote in 2024 elections? Was a current economic condition. Current economic condition. And nipa na okwa akoto na ba no empremprem enoma ekoso by economy enoma ekoso no eno okwa akogina so de ato aba. Let's ask ourselves, say the NPP who are by mu has the NPP able to deliver when it comes to economical issues ana? The one who said you know the living standard ekoso Ghana ima pedakoso kakamame current economic conditions. Me person me green one no. What the green one is talking, what the red one is talking, and what the blue one is talking. Yeah. But what current economic conditions are? And was and non quite 72%. And non quite 72%. And it tells you say, we should not joke with this. All the political parties, they should not joke with it. They should go to Sanko Foweho to get a comprehensive one. Yes. Or say, past performance of the parties. And to Obi Obisa, say, Nipana Bana Okakotono. Ube Jinaso saying, say, Ebia, party no, the performance, a year last year and last 4 years, no. Ube Jinaso de Atuabama na 46%. And just had in two. Credibility of candidates. A whole don't joke with it. Credibility of candidates. They should not joke with it. Nenta make us answer and say, Obi Wawa or your floating voter. Nipani Yanani so betuna bama for the NPP or the NDC. But the person can look at leadership. Nipani bet match nipa we say dabi. Sa nipa we die ni leadership skills yamefe. Kwa first one no ma yamefe na kwa kotuma ba dia ma no. So the floating voters, you don't joke with them. Only yes, see a for no, because if you look at the NPP and the NDC, they have their base. Base no ho. Base no. The floating voters are going to decide. And the floating voters are going to make sure, say, Omo never see him for the amount. So it depends on how you treat the floating voters. It depends on how you are going to treat the floating voters. Now, for standard of living, factor somami. Standard of living, factor somami. Now look at standard of living. Or say, improved, 9%. Improved, 9%. Or more part, say, if you look at standard of living per their data and per what they have done, 47% of Ghanaians in Western region, part say, or my brother, I busy basa. Tell, what's here the more can I must say, 47% of Ghanaians living in the Western region are saying, say, or more condition are Western. The reason why we vote for people to make sure, say, they think about our welfare, not to re-echo our problems to us. There should be solution solvers. There should be people who are able to make sure, say, the kind of problem that we are going through, no, or maybe left is our problem. No. Per this data, to be honest and to be truthful, it is not favoring the NPP government. Or say, 47% for say, that the condition are worse and yet. Now, what we are on change now, and also 37%. Again, so what can I walk? Over mark 37 and 47 na boom. Tell me, obviously, they're not Western and yet 37 is a person of patch. Say, I buy and buy, you know, when one sakaya papa on a bra boom. Tiasa make catch on 37%, no, or no person of chest and a bra bono, or mobile or whom for so blow on a bra boom. And to no, see a 2 bar buy this I buy this money nano. Or young one, did be a bra boom or when my cars are dear and your policies and programs are abba. Man a brabonet in Yasasa. 7% was in no opinion. Where the Bema sad data way, don't now go into the favor of the National Democratic Congress is a standard of living. Per the data, the standard of living, no, a bakwa, that's a chain, a that's a circle, no, because Senipano, Senabra Bomo or Timu, and then the standard of living here the manner, the person doesn't complain. A debi abani ye bia policies and programs or de biano na ni jehun o make sure say obetuma de de nachi ama bibia timi akonkan ama de a wo hwehwe no ni nsa betimi aka minister the political parties don't joke with it whether you believe it or not for bibia to nchen do comprehensive analysis about it go into it ask questions because upon that na no because I know Adiano want me and change baby because or change baby I'm not say he is tilting to one political party, but this is a neutral person who is doing his post, and he's giving us insight. I mean, say na Adiane deko, say na Adiane deko. Minister, I didn't too late. It's never too late for the political parties. And to your MPP, to your NDC, go and study the trend. Because if you look at data now. The data is speaking to the political parties. Data, no, it is speaking to the political parties. Where? Also, what is your level of support or opposition to the NDC manifesto? Surprisingly, neutral is 34%, opposed is 38%, 28%. Then, if you look at people who are supporting the NPP manifesto, it's just 28%. Kiasa mekachoni. What is your level of support or opposition to the NPP manifesto? And right now, say, the new patriotic party, their communication team, they have to work. That's why I make it here. Now, I catch you say, if you look at 2015-16, the NPP was having a vibrant communication team. You have communicators. They are able to address issues, not attacking personalities. They make sure to make much church same number ordinary Ghanaian. So I always say, oh, na komia ho, oh, aduma kube fimu ho, oh, boy cheja kumu ho. Look at these people. Anytime they get the opportunity, look at the good communicators. Now MPP phone, they were attacking issues, not personalities. But my question is, MPP for now, no, me should be town hall meeting Eastern region ho, and I also me said the flag bearer, and the doctor is actually better. omu di nkomo, and he's telling us the kind of project the NPP omoye. But my problem is NPP for nankasa ni ntomo projects no. Projects omaye no. NPP for mo kwampo ni ntomo nankasa projects no. Because all that na you see say yaya way, but the information going down to the ordinary Ghanaian to get it is another problem. And you see, I want to be explicit, I want to be sincere. The NPP communication, the NPP communication, but me the NPP communication, I don't see. Because papa for ya so my na Dankwa me say a pictorial evidence. That day I had the opportunity of watching it. Oko Piemo Eastern Region ko for biawa. Now she projects or moye. Now she no more moye no ho. Pictorial evidence. I still don't understand why the NPP communicators they cannot champion this. I don't get it. It is that biawa sama vekasa Monyehi, ebi so maye juma pa. Ebi juma mayo. But the problem now the new patriotic party is about communication. Mami class about control. If you look at 2017, ever since 2024 year, I have always had issues with the NPP communication team. They be kind. If you look at Tama, over a year Babia Samoa, or be a communication director for the new patriotic party, me from what I said, I saw say it was a mistake. And I'm going to explain to you. At that time, no a member of parliament. Tie, Babia no the MP no. Open constituency back where horse. Now the parliament mean go 2 times and 3 times. A identical constituency. Secondly, be issue be a pressing issue. A pressing issue. So friendly panel ni din komo. A radio station for TV station for a sa come about friend no. A not to committee the aso parliament. A be meeting. A be at a parliament house. You read budget, you can't assembly, and the person doesn't have time to go and listen or make sure say you be more proactive coming into the public domain. And then, say the new patriotic party, in terms of communication, are they delivering? And I make say the NPP, if they are showing pictorial evidence, I cannot sit here and say so. But my problem is communication, it is not going down. Communication, no, it is not going down. And MPP for what you say, and so to me, Jumani, I'm Ghana for Mussa, because the ordinary Ghanaian is looking at the kind of projects away. Projects away, no, and when any pan air should be free, and it tells you they have to work. If you want to break the 8, if you want to salvage the situation, don't play with your communication team. Your communication team, don't play with it. Make sure some of my attention united akoso. Now this kind of election it gives a certain kind of notion say about the way Chada Alan Kwadoche maintain they will cause problems in this kind of elections. Don't joke with it. Look at the kind of figures that they are getting. Figures no munyane kakra figures no munyane kakra. Don't joke with the figures. Because a bedroom maybe no. Be a figure be benyano. And we not push a band to run off. Per this data, I hear a bit more push a band to run off. And I make us say the political parties who want to break the 8 or delay 8, no, they have a lot of work to do. Where voting intentions, voting when you all vote so, and it's another. Say I can see a 35.7% are saying that they are going for John Dramani Mahama. DMB 22.7%. Alan Kwadoche maintain at 3.8. Saso and a cheddar at 3.5. Come on, we did na hadi. Omo me dey no kabom na hadi. It tells you say kakra omo hit grounds no running. Mama man for who say they are also coming into the picture. And it's a normal one as a man to 2 years. Now someone when here at the assembly bakruma. I'm telling you, these elections, political parties don't be complacent. Don't say it's a foregone conclusion where we because a man for what do ye that is what we are going to say. And the data, no, from where I sit, it doesn't favor the New Patriotic Party. We should data no too critically. Now, because oh yeah objective, oh yes sincere, oh the party affiliation at on Chinese mano, and you want to look at the merits and demerits of this data. Don't joke with the data. Don't joke with it. For the biaton Chinese says about Pano NDC ni or CPP or their faton chain. Go into the data. Name some all can no kre and answer no kre. These are the kind of questions I say it me beside home. But you can't catch us say Adiano. We have say a man to be your September. And you know September no crown mammy and the date. The 6th of September to the 1st September crown home. September, October, November, December, I'm picking it out. Because December just 7 days into the month of December, then we are going for the elections. Now they have a lot of work to do. No presidential first time by non-first time. What are the figures? They said yes equal. John Dramani Mama, and 60%. 60%. Now if you look at Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, 51%. Me say about where we amount for some reorganize. If you want to break the 8, reorganize yourself and then for sa. You should not be complacent. You should not joke with it. You should never think it's a foregone conclusion. Per the data I'm having here. Nyame me papa so about tonight match church me who say omakwa kodi almost 1 week adi nkomo ama amount for match church in semu di akere omo. Voting intentions, committed voters. And now that's here to about John Dramani Mama, when you're Western Regional, and you're 53%. The NPP stronghold, and so a second data crowd. Just not make catch on you. It's a stronghold for the New Patriotic Party, and then a stronghold for the NDC. So, if you're able to identify the problem, get solutions for the problem. Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, per this particular data, is telling us the voting intentions, committed voters, are 34%. Alan Kwado Chamanti is 6%. Cheddar is 5%. Okamumi with the Boma 11%. So gradually, and once a votes, no, or more tentative votes, no, so the back crack. And to remember, no, na votes, no, yetiba, na akwa ebu achibidin. Mame kwa humane so, I want to listen to your opinion. Mr. Mussa Dankwa abo ababa kasa chechire mu. And from where I sit, from data na eba no. Amount for adwumaye. Don't be complacent. Don't feel and think it is a foregone conclusion. But if you look at data, the behavior of the data, the behavior of the numbers, and yes, simple, sir. 0240 550 899. 0240 550 899. Also, wait me afre na odi about where global info analytics. Omo post omo ye no. Ena yaka ho asam. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. Micha Honorable Jefferson Gardner.
Yango.
Papa now, Mr. Dankwa.
Yes.
I'm one of the regional communication team member.
Okay.
At one idea we so we see communicators. We are in Yamapaw, but program now we are in the NDC stations remember far into who call radio so so after now we be defending we are there's no time we become MPP party once.
Yes.
I'm going to radio say the GAN programs are okay. No matter peja we Edyaba. CSC say into also we defending program now we are into media can better we say and can pass us we deal we so now we hear summation also we hear investigation and so be so ban no the another opinion post we ba and also we can say into the American say MPP party no ye message am Ghana for we call GAN programs by your manifesto.
All right, me say obia oye post bia no all right obia oye post bia no you be fro amo you get opportunity open so baso a it's a neutral show. We open our doors for you, then we deal with the issue. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Project, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, Franco, waiting in going that was say. I think say Mr. Mussa Dankwa ni issues now obey Kikawa in a MPP for.
Yes.
Although some of the things no tia a hit up, but we shouldn't have to disregard any data.
Yes.
Data is very important in every elections. Whether it's a different perception about the person or not. We did the same. How can you? That's the truth. As some people for letting your money be to change. Let's face the data and the local area coordinators, constituency chairman, police station executives. The people who the kind of direction and you know a papa and let's go to the ground and do work towards this kind of stuff. We break it 8, you know. We shouldn't disregard the data. What I say, Papa, we can even justify its methodologies and see whether methods or the but people maybe we say let's take it in good faith and let's work towards that. And then a bit my boy MPP. Obi say, oh, we are better some more can win here and some more can win here and the money in your say for the I didn't think. Obi no work any research. We use certain kinds of methodologies. It's up to us for we to work and then even tell whatever that the person is saying. It's no matter of coming to just justify, say, whether the family in your papa and the only thing the work they ground. Let's go to the grounds and let's work. Thank you.
All right, Madam. Say every poster is welcome on this particular show. It do elections are posters and they come on board. We'll be adding a sampling in the figures. Ediba. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Pastor Mohammed in Abu Sukai.
Yeah, Uncle Mohammed.
Yo, Minya, the Uzi BB. That's another funny say, we are footballer, now we go match. Now, when we do one go, let's say now, coach, I can't just say, we are down, I show one, someone want to bring more. They turn out that before. So we communicate. This is what we do here. We should get here. And the job we buy you to my same shit, things and a father. Communication director was NPP communication director. When we see our Ghana or public Kasa, or people in the air Kosuna, we communicate with you. And the constitution and what? And then we we Nasara caller, Nasara Syria caller. Apart from information minister, only one of me are friend, and we are dingo. Marino, and I me are friend. And you, the director of communication, just as I was a mobile, yes, a man who can. At least there was a mobile. It is to be clear, or share that the normal communication in your week. I could tell you, and or could tell you, we are wow as a communicator. We are wow as a party. So you are party, especially I need to know a wow party. That's in a mission of me.
All right, Medas 0240 550 899 0240 550-899. Also wait me about. So hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We didn't say that free.
Good evening. Your family na kofi ntim jaka because I speak Kofodua.
Yeah, uncle Minia.
Na me pato me show pa na MP. Hello.
Mitio mitonka.
Yeah, na MPP mpanyifo no sometimes ya wo form no. You come krana information be omo ya ma nditi for source di. Any miscommunication, misinformations, communities. Now, all friend people from Penifon Bucran, Waka from common pieces of baby so musical. So, best from Daniel, or from a crowd, only need time common crab as some WhatsApp. Every radio stations of chronic TV stations and cafes of a pro MPP no crumple. On the lines and better information from Crumple, catch Roman. All from Omufi Sabia, who paid be there from Mammy say, the image for 4 times in Minima. Being happy in Frimpo. By air nam grounds, they tell the echo. 2 from a crack of a batch from my hair, Omunyat Cano Prancasa. My busy, no hanging up. What are they?
Mamma was a bar.
Yes, in catch Rome, Periphone. from Opom number kura ayi deputy communication director or Ghana Gasi. Opom number kura he winya. National communication director I have bought my Opom number kura winya on better TV so kasa or Opom be some number kura from number 2 information because our catch on. Yes, in answer so no be a team no back to team.
All right. Medasi.
Yeah.
Medasi be. My main case about kwanza kwesi wafa call. Me kai se NDC for your manifesto wie. Omo wie ya. E na omo de sectors nyina no ba bia nipa no be kasa afi no. E be economy, e be akwasi na wo ho, we no ho. They put and allocated their numbers over there. And to your radio station, your TV station, and you want to talk about economy. What face any nipa no be din komo. Ask yourself, the new patriotic party here manifesto ni wie no. Bisa ho say release be na omode aba be catch up nko for say o person ofro bi bisa ne say e be economy no nkran ho asem ti say agreka obetimi akasa dia fa ho yen kwa course no so hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
All right. Program leader Megidi say we are very saying yeah, journalist and I say who's tanka ube for MPP party ni pa. But it seems energy and skill of communication who the happen no men can nada. Che Mussa Dankwa no te hono. E be a ye kwako outdoor napo. And I'm who say on your credible. Listen to me.
Meet you.
Or first, of course, TV3, and I assure me, and I say, they will see the turnout, and they low. Even a 2-4 men, she have here on crowd that was yaw, and a lady no in the one, a design is hey, now some of can as a Daniel. See, we are in an election year, Mahama, why desperate? Mahama has resourced this man to bring out this thing. Here, to energize his base and his strongholds, and to decrease our base, our strongholds. And why is Kennedy Agyapong station falling for this trap? I'm asking you people. Why is Kencity Media station echoing this, plotted and well-planned idea and agenda? It's only two outcomes. The outcome, back here, a best strengthen NDC, almost stronghold. Then it decrease and the MPP stronghold. There is nothing from what you are doing. I am telling you the gospel fact. Take it or leave it. Maybe Bernardo.
All right, Bedasi. I can't remember Mussa Dankwa did a post and said Mahmoud Bawumia is going to win. People didn't have issues with him. Why do you have this analogy? Why do you have this perception? Say, obi say agenda setting. This particular show, I'll continue to say, is a neutral show. We'll tell you the reality and we'll tell you the truth. He's telling the NPP, say, now Western region, and papa was because my father final call and sorry. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Netuni.
Yes, Netuni.
Franco, now what is saying?
Nyamiadmo na Pacho's way.
Oh, Nyamiadmo. Franco, may watch some credit. Now, my monitor, because of New York, my monitor only ambassador, any Z2 during primaries, after primaries, MPP. My monitor. But on the Franco, or other platform, no, Okasango, Baba, the 2 years so, also Okasango. A monitor, papa, from the one. On say the politics in the city. On say the politics in the city. On say, Kubane too. Okasa. Towards MPP. Artisan. Now, ambassador only a guy back on how's any guy side only side ye program, only ambassador ye program. Now you're very critique, objective, sincerity. How bad netu? Asasa, and one of them is your catch.
All right, Medasi. I'm the same Franco everywhere. I'm the Inter-America. Today, I might be in your good books. Tomorrow, I might not be in your good books. Today, I might be a hero for you. Tomorrow, I might not be a hero for you. Nyame Adomnas Adomia next week, live on A2 TV and record this show inside Ghana. Yakro Bibia.